Hello, our next chapter is the Boolean algebra and logic gates. So, coming to the introduction of the Boolean algebra, the Boolean algebra is a set of rules that are used to simplify the given logical expressions, but without changing the functionality of that given logical expression. And this Boolean algebra is used for the less number of variables, and for more number of variables we will be using the K-maps, and regarding these K-maps, and we are going to study about these K-maps in our later classes, right? So, set of rules. We are having some set of rules for this Boolean algebra. So, let us see what the rules we are having for the Boolean algebra. The first one is the complement rule. So, coming to the complement rule, if we are having A as a variable and the complement for this A will be represented as A or not A. If you are taking A is equals to 0, then the A complement will be equals to 1, and if A is equals to 1, then the complement of A is equals to 0. This is how we will be having this complement rule. And the next one is the AND rule. Next one is AND. So the logic diagram for this AND gate is represented as like this, and here we are having two variables A and B as inputs, and we are having output Y. So the truth table for this AND gate is represented as, we are having two inputs A, B, output Y. So suppose if we are taking both the variables as 0, that is A as 0, B as 0, then the output will be 0. If we are taking 0, 1, the output will be 0. 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 means 1. So now in this, under this AND rule, we are having four major rules there. And one more thing, we are going to represent this AND as Y is equals to A dot B, and is represented with a dot, right? So now A into A will become A. Let us see how this A dot A, A and A will become A. So let us see the truth table. Here we are having the two inputs, right? Here also we are having two inputs, but both the inputs are A, right? So we are having 0, 0. We are having two inputs 0, 0, and the output is 0. And the other one is, we are having two same variables are 1 and 1, and the output is 1. So in this A and A, if we are given, we will be getting the same A. And the next one is A and 0. So A and 0, if we are taking A is equals to 0, in this place, if we are taking A is equals to 0, then let us see the truth table. So here for 0 we are having two cases, that is 0, 0 and 1, 0, right? So we are having 0, 0 in second variable B, right? So for A we are having variable 0. So if 0 is taken, then the output is 0. And if A is equals to 1, then the output is also 0. So A dot 0 will become 0. The next one is A and 1. So if we are given A and 1, then let us see. For 1, where for variable B we are having two functions, right? That is, here we are having 0, 1, 1, 1. So if A is taken as 0, then A is taken, if we are taking A as 0, 0, the same A will be replicated here, right? So, and if we are taking A is equals to 1, the same A is replicated here. So, the output will be, we are taking A and A bar. If here, if we are taking A is equals to 0, A is equals to 0, then A bar will be 1. So, for example, take A as 0, then we are having 0 and 1 as the inputs. So, for 0 and 1, the output is 0. And we are having another case, A is equals to 1, then A bar is equals to 0. And if we are taking the variables for A is 1, then A bar is 0. Then also we are having the output as 0. So this is how we are having the AND rules in Boolean algebra. And the next one is the OR rule. Next one is OR. The third one is OR. So this OR will be represented like this. Here we are having input A and input B and the output Y. So output Y is represented as A plus B, and that means A or B. So here we are having 4 possibilities. The first possibility is 0, 0. Then the output will be 0. If you are given the inputs 0, 1, output will be 0. 1, 0 means output will be 0. 1, 1 means the output will be 0. That is for OR operation. If one of the input is higher, then output will also be high. When we are having both inputs as zeros, then the output will be 0. So now let us see the rules that we are going to follow for Boolean algebra in OR rules. That is, if we are taking A or A or A. So for example, if we are taking A is equals to 0, A is equals to 0 and another variable is 0, then the output is 0. For 1, if you are taking A is equals to 1 and also A is equals to 1, the next A is also 1, the output is 1. So what we are getting? We are getting the A, alright. So next one is, if you are taking A or 0, A or 0, if A is equals to 0, if A is equals to 0 and B equals to 0, then the output is 0. If we are taking A is equals to 1 and the next output is 0, sorry, the next input is 0 and the final result we are having is 1. That is, if we observe here, the value of A is replicated in the output. So A or A is also A. The next one is A or 1. So for example, A is equals to 0 and then B is equals to 1. So A is equals to 0, B is equals to 1, the output is 1. And next, if you are taking A is equals to 1, then A is equals to 1 and B is equals to 1, the output is 1. So if any value is if any variable we are having is higher, then the output is also be 1. So next one is A or A bar. So next one is A or A bar. If we are taking, same here, see, A is equals to 0, A bar is equals to 1. So A is equals to 0, A bar will become 1, then the output is 1. If we are taking A is equals to 1, then A bar will become 0 and the output will also become. Rule is that the distributive law. So for distributive law, we are having two, that they are the A and B or C is equivalent to A and B or A and C. A or B and C is equals to A or B and A or C. So next one is the commutative law. For commutative law, if you are taking the two variables A or B, then the output will become B or A. And for if you are taking the AND, that is A and B, then the output will be B and A. The next one is the associative law. So A and B and C is equivalent to A and B and C. So the first in these rules, we are having a priority. That is not a law. We are having a priority that first we need to solve the NOT operations, then the AND operations, and finally we need to solve the OR operations while solving these Boolean algebras. Right? Finally, we are left out with the two rules. They are the De Morgan's theorems and consensus theorem or the redundancy theorem. So De Morgan's theorem and consensus theorem are the most important rules that we are going to use in Boolean algebra. So under De Morgan's theorem, we will be having if A or B whole complement is given, then we will be getting the output as A complement and B complement. And if you are given A complement, A and B whole complement, then we will be having the output as A complement or B complement. Then the consensus theorem or redundancy theorem, we are having AB. If we are taking AB plus AC bar plus BC is equal BC, then we will be having the output as AB plus A bar C, and A plus B, or that is A or B and A or C and B or C, then finally we will be having the output as A plus C, that is A or C. So now let me solve this. Let me show the proof for this consensus theorem AB plus A bar C plus BC. So taking the LHS side, AB plus A bar C plus BC, right? This is the LHS side. So now I am considering this. Here I am having 1. So this implies AB plus A bar C plus BC, A or A bar, right? Can I write this? I can. Yes, I can write this. That is A or A complement will become 1. So, and it implies AB plus A bar C plus ABC plus A bar BC. So, here I am having AB and AB in common, right? So, I am taking this AB in common, then I am left out with 1 plus here I am having C plus, and again A bar C and A bar C I am taking the common here, right? So A bar C 1 plus B. So this implies AB. So if we are having any value with 1, then the output will be 1 for our OR operations, that is A B plus A bar C. This is our RHS set, right? So this is how we will be solving this redundancy theorem or the consensus theorem. So here we are given few examples on Boolean algebra, and in the right side I have written all the rules what we have seen before, right? So let us solve all these 4 problems one by one, right? So first one, let us take if f is equals to A and B or A and B complement. So if I have already given the priority, that is first we need to evaluate the NOT, next and finally they are, right? So if we observe the De Morgan's theorem, which is a complement law, De Morgan's law is a complement law, right? So here these cases are not present in the given expression. So we will be eliminating not operation. The next one is AND. The next priority will be AND. So for AND, in this we are not having like these operations, and finally we are left out with the OR operations, right? So if F is equals to AB plus AB bar, so then we will be here, if we observe, we are having A common, right? So take A and then B or B complement, right? So for B or B complement, that is we are having OR rule, that is A or A complement will be 1. So this is equivalent to A and 1. So A and 1 will become A, and this is the Boolean expression. I mean, this is the reduction by using Boolean algebra, right, for the first one. So now let us see the second one. The given function f is equal to AB plus AB bar C plus AB complement C complement. So if we observe here we are having A common in all the three expressions, right? That is, so take A as common, A, and here I am left out with B, or B complement and C, or B complement and C complement, right? So if we observe here, see, for B or B complement and C, by using the distributive law, that is, if we are having A or A complement B will become A or B. So in the same way, here we can represent this as A, B or C plus B complement or C complement, right? If we again observe, we can implement this same distributive law here also, right? So that is A, B or B complement C complement plus C, right? So by applying the distributive law here, we will be having A, B plus C bar plus C. So then we are having C or C complement, right? That is A or A complement will become 1. So B or 1, and this is equivalent to B or 1. So if we are performing the OR operation with any variable, the output will be 1. So A and 1. So the final output is A. So the given expression AB plus A B bar C plus A B bar C bar can be reduced as A by using the Boolean algebra. Third one is that F is equals to A plus B plus C, A plus B bar plus C, A plus B plus C bar. So if we observe the first expression and the third expression, we are having A plus B as common, right? So now I am representing this. Let S is equals to A plus B. That is, I am replacing A plus B with S. So the function F will become, F is equals to S plus C, A plus B complement plus C into S plus C bar. So if we observe this first expression and the third expression again, here we are having, this is in the form of A plus B into A plus C, right? So now the expression will become f is equals to s plus c and s plus c bar, that is a plus b into a plus c can be written as a plus bc. So s plus c into c complement into a plus b bar plus c. So if we observe that c into c complement, that is will be 0, that is a into a complement is equals to 0, then the x function f is equals to s plus 0 into a plus b bar plus c. So this is equal to s into a plus b bar plus c. So here I am taking that is I am replacing s with a plus b. So then the function f is equals to a plus b into a plus b bar plus c. Now if we observe here a plus b into a plus b bar plus c, so c again we are this is having in the form of distributive law, a plus b into a plus c. So it can be represented as a plus b into c. Then the function will become f is equals to a plus b into b bar plus c. So now this will become a plus b into b bar plus b into c. So this implies f is equals to, if we observe here, b into b bar, that is a into a bar is equals to 0, that is f is equals to a plus 0 plus bc, that is equals to a plus bc, and this is the final Boolean expression that we have occurred for this given function f is equals to a plus b plus c into a plus b bar plus c into a plus b plus c bar. So now let us see for the final example, that is f is equal to f is equals to a plus b into a plus b bar into a bar plus b into a bar plus b bar. So if you observe here, a plus b and a plus b bar, this is in the form of the distributive law, that is a plus b into a plus c. So we can write both these expressions as f is equals to a plus b into b bar, right? So and again if we observe both these expressions, we are having a bar as common, and again here we are applying the distributive law, that is and a bar plus b into b bar. So the function f is equals to a plus b into b bar means it will become 0 into a bar plus b into b bar is again 0. So that implies f is equals to a into a bar. So the function f will become 0.